Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stella. I would like to specially thank everyone that has subscribed to this channel. I appreciate you guys so much. And if you're just seeing my video for the first time, kindly subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell because I post sewing tutorials here and they are super detailed. Trust me, you're going to be excited being a part of this family. Alright, now let's jump right into what we have. So in today's video is going to be a quick one, and we're going to learn how to draft a full scale blog. Now, I noticed that the one I have on the channel is not so clear, so I decided to redo another video, and this time around is going to be very clear and detailed with updated methods as well, and that is the most important part. Now let's jump right into it straight away. Okay, so I've gone ahead to draft a half scale basic bodice blog, and I have a very detailed video on how to draft a half scale basic bodice blog. So this is it here. All right, now let's go ahead and extend this to a full scale blog. So I want you to take note of something. When you hear a full scale blog, it simply means a full blouse, okay, a full length blouse, okay, or a full blouse. So that's just what it is about and nothing more. Now let's go ahead and extend this to a full scale block. So to do that, you will need your full blouse length, and the full blouse length that we're working with is 25.5. But before we jump right into that, let's go ahead and label this block. Okay, so here is the front, okay, and here is the back block. All right, now that we have this out of the way, let's go ahead and mark our full blouse length. Now the blouse length that we're working with is 25.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and place my tape from the starting point and I'll measure down to 25.5 inches. Okay, I already have the line drawn. All right, I have the lines drawn here. Now this is the front. So to get your blouse length for the back, you will need to subtract your bust dart. Now I'm making use of 2 inches bust dart. So for the back length, I will go ahead and subtract 2 inches from 25.5 inches, okay, and that will give us 23.5 inches. Now that is one method. Another method is for you to simply subtract your bust dart from your total blouse length. Okay, so since we already have 25.5 inches line here marked, I will come up from this line by my bust dart of 2 inches. Okay, so I'll go ahead and make a mark at 2 inches here. All right, and I will connect it using a straight line. All right, so this becomes my blouse length on the back. So what that means is that we're not going to make use of this space anymore. Okay, this 2 inches space that we have here, we don't need it for the back again. Okay, now let's continue with our measurements. Moving on, now the next thing we need to mark is our blouse hip, and your blouse hip is simply the circumference around where your blouse is stopping. Okay, so you go ahead and measure your blouse length, and at that point where your blouse is stopping, you take the circumference or the round measurement at that point. Okay, now for my client, hers is 47 inches, and 47 inches divided by 4 will give you 11.75. So I'll go ahead and place my tape on the center front line and I'll make a mark at 11.75, which is at this line. Okay, so I'd like to point out something here. Now sometimes some of us do not actually take these measurements right. So that is why in my tutorials, I like to always point out the areas, okay, that you can easily make your corrections. All right, so even if you don't get the measurement right, there is still hope for you. All right, so what that simply means is, now let's take for example that you got your blouse hip measurements as 44, and you know 44 divided by 4 will give you 11. So by the time I place my tape here on the center front line and I make a mark at 11 inches, which is here now, and I try to connect it, can you see we're having a straight line here? Okay, now if you're making a full scale block, or if this draft is for a blouse, you know that you have your upper hip here, so there is no way your blouse will be straight all the way down. Now this automatically tells you that you need to add allowance here. Okay, so what that simply means is that you will need to flare this line a little bit out. Okay, so whatever your measurement is, go ahead and add at least half inch. All right, so that by all means you will get your line a bit flared. Okay, so you so that you don't have your line straight up this way. All right, it may be a bit tight on the person by the time you're done making the outfit using that kind of measurement. All right, in summary, by the time you're done taking the circumference around where the blouse is stopping and you apply it on your block, the moment you see your line running straight down, automatically it tells you that you need to add additional allowance here. Okay, so you can add between 0.5 to 0.75 just so that you can get your line a bit outward this way. Okay, but the best is for you to go ahead and take your measurement correctly on your client. All right, so this is it. This is my blouse hip measurements. Okay, we'll go ahead and repeat the same thing on the back. Let's move over to the back. Now on the back, we will need to extend our back tightening to touch the hem. Now I went ahead to tighten this center back using 0.75. so to extend your back tightening downwards from the hem of the blouse, you will come up by 2 inches. Okay, and you will go ahead and connect it. Okay, and you go ahead and connect it from this point to the 2 inches that we just marked. All right, so this is one method. If you leave it this way, is perfectly okay, but I don't like leaving mine this way, so I will go ahead and still extend it all the way to touch the hem of the blouse. Okay, just so that I can have a smooth curve there. All right, now that I have extended my back tightening, I'll go ahead now and mark our blouse hip, which we got as 11.75. Okay, and I'll make a mark here. Now I'll come in with my ruler and I'll go ahead and connect it. All right, now you need to ensure that you blend all your sharp points. Okay, these are the tiny things that affect fitting. So this is it. Now we'll go ahead now and extend our dart. And to do that, we're also coming up from the blouse hem. So first of all, you go ahead and measure from your center back line to your dart, and what I have here is 5 inches. So I'll come down here and I'll make a mark at 5 inches. Now we'll go up this line by 1.5 inches. Okay, between 1.5 inches or 2 inches. All right, and I'll go ahead and extend my dart to touch that line. All right, okay, now I'll also connect my dart legs this way. All right, and here we have it for the back. Now let's move over to the front. So I will also measure what I have to the dart leg, and what I have from the center front to the dart leg is 4.25. Now I'll come down here and make a mark at 4.25 inches. Okay, and we're also going up this line by 1.5 inches as well. All right, now we'll need to extend our dart leg to touch the line. Okay, all right, here we have it, and I'll go ahead and connect the dart legs this way. Okay, and here we have it. So this is our full scale block. Is that simple? Okay, so like I said, a full scale block is simply an extension of your half scale block to your full blouse length. Now in my next video, I'll go ahead and alter this to our blouse style. Okay, so till meet again in my next one. Bye.
Yeah.